Welcome back to Qriosity. Qriosity number 75 is what we're going to have today. It's a combined quiz, which we will be dealing with questions from Nata and JEE paper 2. So I think most of you are already aware of the Nata's latest news also that has just come up yesterday, that there is a slight change in the date of Nata 1. That is, Nata 1 was scheduled to be on 22nd of April. They've been preponed to 21st of April. One day earlier, it would be conducting. Okay. So I think most of you are already aware how to play. The game pin is already visible. To everyone who doesn't know how to play, I'll be elaborating it. I'll be explaining it. Don't worry. Any questions, any queries and all, please do not hesitate. Live chat is all yours. Okay. So you can start joining in the demo queues. The demo game pin has already been shared. 1324571. So to everyone who has come for the first time, it's always better if you can have two devices, or if you can split the screen, that is also great. Please note, questions you would only be able to see via the YouTube channel of THiNC. So please ensure that one screen you are always using for watching the questions. Questions will always be visible in THiNC's YouTube channel. We have already participants who are joining: Nia, Nasreen, Arya, Nived, Raghav, Jaja, Devika, Roshina. Okay, this is anyway the demo queue. So just to give an idea of how exactly you have to play. Avantika, great. So the first option is you can either download the Kahoot app, and you can use that in your mobile. And if you have a laptop, you can use that to see the questions. Okay, and every time the question is displayed, there will be 4 color-coded options that would be given. Now, those 4 color codes would also be made visible in your mobile. So you have to click on whichever you believe is the right answer. That is the first way in which you can play. The second way in which you can play is you can split the screen. You can split the screen into 2. You can take a couple of browsers. On one browser on the left-hand side, you can use YouTube to watch the question. On the right-hand side, you can use Kahoot.it. That is the website, www.kahoot.it, to go in and click on the enter the game pin and start answering. Okay. So I hope the rules, regulations, and all are clear. We will just have a demo. Demo will have just a couple of questions. Okay. We have more students who have joined. Sham, Kunju, Mansi. Yeah. Okay, great. So can we start with the demo quiz? Are we ready? Can we start with the demo quiz? Is there anyone who has come up for the first time who needs more explanation from me? Please do not hesitate. Please do let me know in the chat box. Or if we can begin, please let me know that. Okay, we have somebody who is doing it for the first time. Water Lily. Okay. So could you enter the game? Could you download the Kahoot app, or could you visit the website www.kahoot.it? The rest of you, can everyone please respond if you are ready to begin? Okay, so Water Lily, have you entered the game? Have you joined? Like, is your name visible in this screen? Great. How about the rest of you? Please let me know, guys. There's a lot of uncanny silence in the chat box, guys. Please make some noise. Make some noise. Is it way too lazy a Sunday today? Or are you all unhappy that Nata's dates have come? Guys, we can't move ahead without your help. Please let me know in the chat box. Can I begin? Can I start the demo quiz? Bella, Mansi, Sham, Avantika, Nia, Nasreen, Arya, Raghav. Please respond. Manasi says yes. The rest of you, please. Nisha says yes. Okay. Nasreen says yes. Okay, I'm beginning then. Okay, so this is basically the demo quiz. You just have a couple of questions here. Okay, Raghav says yes. Okay. Avantika says yes. Great. So here it is, the first question. So you will get a question here. And once you get the question, you will be able to see how many of them have answered and how much time is left. Okay. So this is the question that you can see in YouTube. Please note, you will see the questions only in YouTube. Okay. So what you see on the left-hand side is the time ticker. So 25 seconds are left, 24, 23. So that shows how many seconds are left. On the right-hand side, you can see how many students or how many participants have answered. So on the right hand side is basically a peer pressure that is developing up slowly. So if you don't want to look at it and still go ahead with your focused game, you can do that. Okay. Once the time is up, you won't be able to try attempting it again. Okay. So 7 of them have got it correctly. Option D is the right answer. Okay. Now, after every question, there will be a leaderboard. Basically, a league sort of system wherein we'll see where exactly everyone is standing. So Mansi is leading, followed by Christy, Nia is there, Raghav, everyone is there. Okay. Now, there's one more question in the practice session. We'll just look at that. Okay. After that, we'll end it. We'll wind up. This is a double pointer, so you have 2,000 points up for graph. You get right answer, you get 1,000 points. You get correct answer in double pointers, you get 2,000 points. Again, same funda. On the left hand side, you can see this thing. The time going down, that's the time ticker going down, 21 seconds, 20 seconds left. On the right hand side, you can see how many participants have answered. Okay. So at any point in between you want to come in, you can use this game pin. You can use this game pin, you can use your name and you can enter. Okay, you need to just click on it. Please note questions always on the YouTube channel only. Okay, now once the quiz is complete, so in this particular demo quiz, we just had 2 quizzes just to give you an idea of how exactly to play. So once the demo is complete, then we'll be able to see the final podium. That is where exactly everyone is standing, and that is from which we'll define the prize money for everyone for 1, 2, and 3. So at number 3 is Nuhasha. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Second is Nia, and at position number 1 in this particular demo quiz is Christy with 2,660 points. Okay. You have runners up Kunju and I can't see the full name. Okay, great. So understood. Is this clear, everyone? First timers, those who are playing for the first time and all, is it clear how exactly you have to play? Is the rules and regulations clear? You can actually do one thing. You can actually ask if there are any further questions that you have. You can ask before we start the actual quiz. And this is the game pin. I hope it's clearly visible now. This is the game pin for Qriosity quiz number 75. Okay. The prize money is, the total prize money is 1,000. It will be given to students who are attaining position number 1, 2, and 3. Okay. The game pin is quite simple, 4,690. So we already have students joining in. NJ has joined. Dia has joined. Very interestingly, this time I'm not finding many architects. Previously, we used to have Zaha Hadid and also. This time I'm not finding many architects. Okay. Let's see. Nia. Arya, Sunny, Christy. Okay. So I hope how exactly you have to play, that is clear. Bella Hadid, Rose. Yes. So I guess you know how exactly you have to play. The questions would only be visible in the YouTube, and you have to answer as soon as possible. Okay. It's not like you have 30 seconds, so you can take all the time on earth, or you can answer on the 29th second. Don't do that. The earlier you're answering it, the more the points that you're going to get. Okay. Same rules that we've been following previously. Okay. So let's wait for some more participants to come in. Okay. We have 27 of them who've joined the live. I mean, we have 27 participants who've joined. Yes, finally we have the quite interesting names. Kattappa has come up. I think it's the same person. No, it's the same person who's coming as Bahubali, and the next week he or she comes up as Kattappa. Suraj the Archie. Interesting. Okay. Anyone else who wants to join? Should we wait? Let me know in the chat box. Is that a name, or are you telling me to stop talking? Guys, let me know in the chat box. Is this it? Can we begin? Gigi Hadid, Hari Prakash. Okay. Most of you have joined. We have around 30 students have already joined. Great. So, as most of you are already aware, we have Nata exams that are coming up. Nata exams will be starting from 21st April. Okay. So, it's basically a very brief mock of combined questions that we'll be having. As we move towards the exams, we have JE also coming up, I think in the first week, right? In between 6 to 15, they'll be conducting JE. That's what they're saying. Okay. So we'll be increasing the questions as we are moving ahead. Okay. I'm not going to wait or delay any further. If at all anyone wants to join, you can definitely join later on also. It's the same game pin. I'm not going to lock the room. So on the right hand side here, I have the option of locking this room, which I'm not doing. I'm being very gracious to all the participants. Okay, all the latecomers, I'm being very gracious to all the latecomers. Here it is, Qriosity quiz number 75. There are 10 questions. There will be double pointers, is what I'm hoping about the quiz master. I'm not sure. The first question, here it is, everyone. You need to identify this particular part that's given. Most of you have got it correctly. Bourgeois, it's actually a French term in the arches. It is always better to have an idea about all the architectural terms with a picture also in your mind. So if you have a picture in your mind, it's much easier in case of architecture terms. Okay, so first question is over. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Where exactly everyone is standing. It's Manasi, Sudhu, Gigi, Hadi, Devika, and Rasha. Great going. Without much delay, we're going to the next question. So here it is, question number 2 on your screens, everyone. By the way, it's showing 2 of 11, but there aren't 11 questions. Okay, don't think of it that way. Yes, it's a question from English. Very few questions we've been finding in Nata for the last 3 years. They've been coming up with English questions, also language-based questions also. So here it is. So I guess that's it. Time is up. Most of you have got it correctly. Sundar asked, will this year the same for Nata exam? So I'm assuming Sundar is asking, will the patterns be the same? It would almost be the same. They've already released the syllabus. It remains very similar to what it was in the previous years. So that's what we are expecting. Let's look at the leaderboard. Is there any change? Is Manasi still on top? Yes, Manasi is still on top, followed by Velaidan, Sudhu, Gigi Hadid, and Shamika. Great going. Manasi with 1,694 points. There's just a very small gap of 200 points in between number 1 and number 5. Let's see where exactly the next question is taking us. So let's go to question number 3. Here it is. Okay, it seems like that was also an easy question. 15 of you have got it correctly. That's around 50% of the students have got it correctly. 117 is the right answer. Let's take a look at the leaderboard now. Is there any change? Yes, there's been changes. Velaidan goes up. Gigi Hadid, Sudhu, Nuhasha, and Shamika. Okay, there's been increase in the rest 4 of their positions from the previous question. Let's take a look at question number 4 now. It's a double pointer, 2,000 points upward gap. Get the correct answers. Get it as soon as possible. So I guess we had very less amount of time for that question, I think. Okay, most of you could not answer it. That also sort of changes the leaderboard a lot. Sudu and Katappa has come back. Katappa is there on top. Combo breaker, 4 players just dropped their answer streak. So I think this was relatively the toughest question. Question number 4 was relatively the toughest question. Number of attempts were also, I think, 8 or 10. Okay. Let's see. Question number 5. You will have 30 seconds to observe this particular image. Okay, now based on this particular image, there will be a subsequent question. You need to answer that. Okay, great. I think most of you have got it correctly. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. It's almost the same without many changes. It's that just that Shamika has come up with 3,500 points. Up 11 places, NH is the highest climber. Let's see if in the subsequent questions, NH can come up and reach till the podium. Sorry, reach till the leaderboard. So here is the 6th question. It's again an arc awareness based questions. Chajjas. It's a question about Chajjas. Again, most of you got it correctly. It's from the sun or heat that you want some sort of respite, and that's what mainly Chajjas are used for. Leaderboards, any changes? No, everyone is sticking on to their places. Sudu, Katappa, Velayathan, Gigi Hadid, and Shamika. Up 7 places is Nia, Nia being the highest climber. Again, Nia is challenging NH. Let's see whether Nia or NH can end up in the top 5. I think that's also correctly answered by most of them. Most of you got it correctly. Let's see if the leaderboards have changed. Yes, there's been slight change in the leaderboard. Manasi is making a comeback with 5,000 points. Velayathan is still there. Gigi Hadid, Katappa, and Sudu. Great going. Let's look at a couple of more questions. 2 more questions that are left. It's a painting-based question. That's great. Most of you have got it correctly again. Monochromatic. I think this time the quiz master has been really liberal. So if you find this content interesting, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll have more quizzes that will be coming up on every Sundays at 6:15. We are also trying to increase the frequency so that there will be more quizzes that will be coming up. Any other suggestions about the questions or anything of that sort, please let us know in the chat box. Or any particular subject that you want us to cover, please let us know in the live chat box. Sudu, Gigi Hadid, Belaidan, Katapa, Mansi. Guys, where are the rest of them? Nobody's challenging this fight. Neither NH or Nia. Hanuman is the highest climber, up by 3 places. Okay. I think we have a couple of more questions. So as I said, if you find the content interesting, please don't forget to subscribe. And also don't forget that if there are any particular topics that you want us to cover in extension, like extensively, if you want us to cover any of these topics, please let us know in the live chat box. We would love to listen. Now there is a monument-based question. There is a monument-based question with image on your screens. Here it is. The famous, very famous Brihadeshwara temple. Most of you have got it correctly. Let's look at the leaderboard. Yes, Mansi is again making a comeback. Shamika is again there. Shamika with 6,600 points, and Shudu is remaining on top, 7,994 points. Okay, sir, what if I'm not? I have a question in live chat box by Rockstar, sir. What if I'm not good at drawing? Is it still good for me to pick up VR? So there are lots of students who still have this doubts in this era wherein AI and all is going up. You have a lot of softwares options also, which can, help you come up with certain drawings and all. Physically, drawing in itself is not something that is mandatory or something that is must required. Okay, so we can guide you out there, Rockstar. So if you have any further details, you can have an elaborate section with us. I would request you to, you can either WhatsApp me or you can give me a call in my number. 8086111024 is the number. I would also request the host to please pin that particular number in the live chat box. So if you have any doubts, anyone, any questions, if you have, you can please let us know in the, you can please let me know via that particular number. Okay. Also, we have our new batches for architecture. Sorry, we have our new batches for architecture entrance exams that is starting from tomorrow. So we have batches on March 20th, March 29th, and April 3rd also. So if anyone is interested, please ping me up there. Okay, so any guesses who is going to be the top? We have, I think, yes, we have one more question. We're not yet done. We have just one more question. The last question. Let's see if there's going to be any major changes that are going to come up. So yes, 11 of you have got it correctly. 6% is the right answer. I think there was way too much of time that was given by the quiz master for that particular question. Okay, let's see the lead. Let's see the podium now. It's finals. There are no more leaderboards. It's going to be the end. First, second, and third. Everyone, please take a screenshot. Yes, Gigi Hadid has got the third position with 7,600 points, followed by Kattapa. Again, 7,600 points, very close with Gigi Hadid, and Sudu with 8,712 points. Great going to everyone who has reached the top 3, followed by Shamika and Manasi. Manasi hold on to the podium of top 5. So everyone who won first, second, and third, as usual, take a screenshot and please share your payment details to 8086111933. Okay, any further details you have, you can contact us at the number that's given. So either 024 or 933. Okay. Rockstar, again, you've asked a question, what about cracking JE with poor drawing skills? Is it possible? Rockstar, we can have a session over this. Please let me know via that particular number WhatsApp. We would I can sort you out there. Okay, I can help you out there. So that's it. We'll be coming up with further curiosity quizzes and live sessions. So stay tuned. And if there are any further suggestions, please ping it to my number 8086111024. Until we see you in the next session. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, host.